Hi everybody, or should I say, hi everybody, and welcome to Jesus Paid the Price. I'm Vanessa. So today, I want to talk about giving God all that I have to offer. Now, I know that you're like me and you say, but I'm not talented. I'm not beautiful. I'm not famous. And I don't have anything to offer God. But I'm here. First of all, I want to apologize. I'm a little under the weather, but this proves my point. Giving God all that we have to offer means offering Him what we have to offer and letting Him decide what to do with it. I'm not talented. I'm not beautiful. And even the most beautifulest woman in the world, it's always going to be someone that comes along that's more pretty than her, the most talented person in the world. There's going to be someone that comes along that's more talented than you. So it's not about having the most beauty. It's not about having the best talent. It's not about being the smartest. It's about giving God and offering God what you have to offer. The smartest man and woman is the man and woman that gives what they have to Him. Because remember, God gives the increase. And when we give Him what we have to offer, then He can do with that whatever He chooses to do. And when we come to God with a pure and contrite heart, He will make what you have given Him that seems like nothing to you. He will make the greatest impact with that. I remember years ago when I started YouTube on a whim, but I believed in what I was doing, even though I didn't have the proper tools to do it. I believed in being an example and giving my testimony. And I believed in using my gift so that God could bless others through it. But someone's in my eye. Oh, something is in my eye. But just like now and then, I didn't have the proper tools. I didn't have a camera. I didn't have the proper audio. And I didn't know what I was doing. But I was dedicated to my calling. And I surrendered what I had to God. And I made this video, and you guys can go on my channel and look for the video with over 100,000 views. I made this video. When I listened to that video now, the audio was crappy. The background music was too loud. But that video has gotten over 100,000 views. So it wasn't up to me to say that what I was capable of doing wasn't good enough. That wasn't for me to decide. And just like this video and the other videos that I'll be uploading here, it's not up to me to decide what God wants to do with my offering to Him. And when we give to God all that we have to offer, then we have offered Him all that we have to give. And it's up to Him to decide what to do with it. Who are we to judge what God? It's His job to say, oh, I see Vanessa over there. She don't have a studio. She don't have proper audio. She didn't put makeup on her face. She don't have a makeup artist or a hairstylist or a fashion designer, or she don't have designer clothes, and she didn't even go get a manicure or a pedicure. And for God's sakes, she didn't even put lipstick on her lips. Who am I to say, God, all that I am and all that I have to offer you is not good enough? That's not my place. That's not my position. And who are you even to judge that what I offered to God is not good enough? It's not your place, and it's not your position. So I surrender all. I offer all that I have to give to God. I am nothing. I am nobody. I'm not rich. This is not real. I'm not famous. I didn't have the money to go get a manicure. I don't have the money to go buy makeup to make my skin look flawless. And I sure don't have the money to go buy a $400 and $500 weave. But what I do have is sincerity. What I do have is a contrite heart. What I do have is a love for Jesus that money can't buy. What I do have is a will and determination to do what God has called me to do with the nothing that I have to do it with. And if 0 people watch my videos, I still have to do what God tells me to do. And if 1 person watch my video, I still have to do what God tells me to do. And if 2 people watch my video, I'm still gonna do what God tell me to do. And when 100,000 people watch my videos, y'all know I'm gonna do what God told me to do, because that means He wanted to touch that many people. And y'all, I remember one time I posted this picture on Facebook on my He Answers Prayers page. And to me that day, that picture was just a picture. To me that day, the words that I said were just words. And I did not expect that picture to reach over 1 million people. I did not expect that picture to reach over 2 million people. I haven't checked on that picture in a while, or what I posted at that time, but the last time I checked, it was kind of close to 2 million people. And that's been a couple of years. So I am here to tell you today to offer God all that you have to offer Him. And let Him decide what to do with it. Let Him decide who He has in mind for your services to reach, for your words to encourage, for your light to shine on, for your gift to bless. Let Him decide that. You have to offer God all that you have. And I remember telling this story, and I always use this story as a prime example. God was trying to teach me obedience at one point in my life. And He told me to go somewhere I didn't want to go. Because I was broke and I didn't have money. And I didn't see the point or the purpose in going where He wanted me to go, because at the end of the day, the little gas that I had in my tank, I wasn't going to have that anymore if I went there. And I hadn't eaten in 3 days. And I wasn't going to get any food by going where He wanted me to go. And my lights were off in my house. And I wasn't going to get my lights turned on by going there. So I was like, why must I go, God? I wasn't like, oh, I'll go, send me. No, that wasn't me. So, but in my defense, I always say, no matter how I scream and fight and shout, at the end of the day, I have to be obedient. And I have to do what God said do. So I went. But I wasn't happy about it. So when I got there, it was a long line, like they was giving away food stamps. But they wouldn't. Because I probably would have been in that line, because I hadn't had nothing to eat in 3 days. So I was standing behind this lady. And we started talking. And we talked and talked and talked. And she had an item that was the exact match to an item that I had left in the car. And I asked her, are you buying that item or are you selling that item? Because if you're going to keep the item, I have another item that matches in the car that I'll give to you. And she was like, oh, I was thinking about selling it, but I really didn't want to. But if you have something that matched to it, I'll just give it to you. I was like, no, I don't want you to give it to me. I want to give mine to you. So I went to my car. I asked her to watch my belongings. I went to my car. I got the item and I gave it to a perfect match. Next thing you know, this lady reached in her purse and gave me 3 $100 gift cards. She gave them to me, y'all. And she told me that God had told her to buy the gift cards way in October or November. And here it is, January. So she had them over for 3 or 4 months. And she gave them all to me. And like me, I said God was trying to teach me obedience. God was trying to teach her obedience too. But by me going to where he told me to go, that I didn't want to go to and didn't see a purpose in going, because it wasn't going to put any gas in my car and it wasn't going to feed me. I hadn't eaten in 3 days, and it wasn't going to help me get my lights on. Guess what, you guys? When I went there, it did just that. I had enough money to get my lights turned on. I had enough money to go get something to eat. Most importantly, because I was hungry, my stomach was scratching my back, and I had enough money to put gas in my car. Isn't that amazing how God worked that out? But guess what? I never would have known. And that's what God told me. He said, Vanessa. I said, huh? He said, I got blessings waiting on you every single day of your life. But you got to get up and go get them. When God tells you to move, don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate. Don't argue. And don't be disobedient. You can have a sense of humor with it like I do, but ultimately, you better get up and go where God said go, when he said go. Otherwise, you'll never know. That's my point. So, back to the topic, because I can get off track. If y'all have another topic that you want me to talk about, leave it in the comments. If you have a prayer request, leave it in the comments. If this video was a blessing to you, let me know by leaving it in the comments. And while I'm off topic, I might as well stay off topic at least for another minute. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, leave your comments below. Press the subscribe button and make sure y'all come back for another video. Okay, I was supposed to save that to the end, but since I was already there, I decided to go there. So make sure that you know when God say, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give me what belongs to me. That's all he's saying is give him your all, no matter what you do. Do it to the glory of God, because God has blessed so many people who thought they did not have anything to offer God. But what I tell people all the time is, some people wonder, why did God pick her? Why do God use her? Why did God bless her? Why do God touch her? It's because I have a spirit of obedience. And when you're willing to be obedient, God can do a lot with a non-talented person who is obedient than he can do with a talented person who is disobedient. He can't use the disobedient person, but he can use the non-talented person who's obedient. So, if you get the moral of the story, let me know and leave it down below. I want to thank you for watching. Jesus paid the price, because he did. Remember that. As I was telling some young men today, that we make time for God we make time for the other things in our lives, but we very seldom, rarely make time for God. But if we were at our last breath, I bet you we would call on him for help. So make time for God, because you never know when you're going to need him. Jesus paid the price. Thanks for watching. Bye now.